Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana this Monday morning with the PWCC Weekly Top 100 Selling Basketball Cards. This is a recap of last night's auction that ended Sunday evening. And once again, Vintage has a stranglehold on this Top 100. You are absolutely, I promise you, you are absolutely not going to believe the top three cards in this. You've got to watch this video until the very end. I promise you, if I said right now, you tell me the top three highest selling players cards in this PWCC Weekly Auction, and I told you one of them sold for over $50,000, name me the top three players, I could give you 11,431 guesses and you would not get that trifecta. Just wait until the end and wait until you see. There's some other really interesting stuff going on. We're going to check out the cards. We're going to look at the prices. We're going to talk through it. We're going to check some of these card values on Card Ladder so you can see some of the more commonly sold cards and where they're trending up, down, even, flat. 2-for-1 discount, some still. And then you're going to see, again, back-to-back weeks, Vintage has permeated the PWCC Weekly Auction. And these are not any ordinary Vintage cards. These are very, very high grade, very low pop, many one-of-one PSA 9s and PSA 10 Vintage cards from the 60s and 70s. So stay tuned. Let me get you over it. And here we go. Card number 96 on our list is Michael Jordan's 1988 Fleer sticker, BGS 9. Great looking sticker. I think they got robbed on this. This looks like a 9.5 to me. Why wouldn't you send it to PSA? I don't know. Maybe because they'd give you a 7. 1830 for that one. Off-center Jerry West PSA 6 with real good color. Great box cut as always for Jerry. 1830 for the logo. A Jamal Murray horizontal. Nobody's hotter than Jamal Murray, Jimmy Butler, and Nikola Jokic. But are there cards going up and down? That's the question we all want to ask. You'll have to look this one up yourself. But this is the 2016 Flawless Gold Parallel. The autograph is weak, and so that's probably why the submitter opted not to get that autograph graded, because it is streaky. Again, I'm not an autograph expert, but I know enough about autographs to know that one would not grade well. 1860 for that Jamal Murray gold horizontal. The first card we're going to look up is the player of the day, man. Jokic and Butler and Murray are the three hottest players in all of basketball right now, if you don't include Victor Wembanyama, who is another topic for another day, for another video. The 2015 Jokic light blue, perfect color match, serial number to only 199. BGS 9.5 Min Gem does 1860 last night. What is going on? What is happening? I realize the market's resetting, but God, the guy is on fire. He's about to have 2 MVPs and possibly a ring. He is sneaking his way into the top 10, 15 big men of all time already, and he's still young. He is still in his prime, approaching his prime, in his prime, somewhere in there. I mean, he's been in the league a few years here, but he was young when he came over from Europe. So 1860 last night. The one before did 1500, which is even crazier. So it looks like maybe they'll uptick a little bit, but you guys know that championship curse. When your cards, when you win a championship, your cards sort of dip. And so these may keep going down. Maybe people are seeing that, and that's a harbinger of things to come, and so they're backing off a little bit. If we look at the 6-month trend, it is up 21%. So we know his cards did run a little bit there. This is a super rare card. It's Pop 2. And it's a super rare card whether it has a BGS 10 label or not. But in a BGS 10 label, it's a Pop 2. The green retail Prism, I shouldn't say retail. The green, I think they were retail only. I really do believe that. But the green Prism 2012 cards are rare. The inserts are even more rare. The BGS 10s make it crazy rare. So Pop 2, 1,890 for this card right there. And then we've got 2 awesome Jordan starting lineup cards, and we've got a third one coming up. 9.5 is a very, very tough grade. Again, a lot of people collect these in PSA slabs, but that's why I backed off of these. I collect these in PSA, so I'm looking for PSA 10s of these starting lineup cards and willing to pay 4 figures to chase them. The BGS 9.5 1990 Kenner starting lineup rookie year, 1984 does 1920. The starting lineup dribbling is what they call this one, the dribbling variation from 1989 BGS 9.5 Min Gem does 1,950. A Kareem PSA 6 does 1,950. We've got that one pulled up. Just if you're curious, this is what 1969 Kareem Tallboy rookie cards are doing. Nothing crazy here. A nice little uptick from the last sale, but these cards over the past 3 months have been a real kind of steady 2,000-ish, a little bit shy of 2,000. So $17.50 to $22.50, somewhere in that area. Nothing really crazy. And then somebody had the balls to go, forgive me if it was a female purchaser, it's unlikely, but it's possible. But a Cam Johnson, serial number to 3, sells for more than a PSA 6 Lou Alcindor. I don't get it. $19.80 for this catch and shoot guy who plays for the Nets now. As of right now, he does. And then this is just a badass card. I'm pretty sure, I'm not certain, but I think this is the first year of Revolution. And then this is the Cosmic. So it is serial numbered to 100. Remember, these Revolutions are kind of foil surface, but they're paper cards, so they're tough to grade. This PSA 10 serial number to 100 comes back as a PSA 10 Pop 2. Sells for $1,980 as well. A Steph Curry autograph kaboom. That's rare. You do not see this every day. That somebody's willing to walk up and hand Steph Curry a kaboom card to autograph. The card grade's 9.5. The autograph gets a 9. Interesting card there. Let me know what you think about that. And then we got a Havlicek PSA 10, and this is the beginning, right? So just buckle up, sit down. If you're a vintage card collector, you're in heaven. If you're ultra modern, you're probably going to want to start watching a different video. Although I do want you to see the end and see how nuts vintage is. But this is more than just vintage. This is set collectors and vintage coming together to create the perfect storm. And you're going to see what I'm talking about when we get to the top 3 of this. Really, the top, like 8 out of the top 10. You're just not going to believe your eyes. But this tall boy Havlicek, these cards were so big, they're just impossible to keep in great condition. 2010 for this Pop 11 Hall of Famer, John Havlicek. And then being guarded by some cokehead. I'm not sure who that is. Somebody from Washington, D.C. might be able to help me out. I can't really tell who that is, but clearly he's strung out. There's no doubt everybody in the 70s and 80s pretty much was doing coke. Steph Curry Canvas Creations autograph. Interesting autograph. Never seen this one. 2020. This is the Panini Impeccable, which I think is a really cool product, but it doesn't get the love that like Flawless and Immaculate and National Treasures do. It's not quite on that level. It's kind of with the noirs and the cornerstones and the stuff like that. But this is Impeccable, 10 out of 10. Serial numbered out of 10. Card number 10 out of serial number 10. BGS 9 does 2000. Here's a card I want to look up because it's badass. It's James Worthy. A lot of people think, and I think that's. Why do I think that looks like Dale Ellis guarding him? But I thought Dale Ellis played for the Sonics. Maybe I'm wrong, but that looks just like Dale Ellis in that picture. This is James Worthy's first licensed basketball card. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. A lot of people think Star began in '84 because of the Jordan, rookie card. That's where their tunnel, their vision, their mental, that's where their tunnel takes them, right? 84 Star. There was actually a 1983 Star set, and it featured a couple of rookies, but James Worthy is one of those. This card does $2,040 last night. We don't have it in Card Ladder, so we got to look it up. I've got the James Worthy Star Rookie BGS 9.5 sorted by the highest price ever paid, and you'd be shocked to see this is the second most ever paid for this card. If we sort it by date, and there it is at 2040, only once more was it sold for more than that, and I don't know if it's the same card or not that didn't get paid, but it was from last year. Maybe it's the same card exactly. I don't know. I guess we can look. Shit. Let's look at it. All right, this the all-time record was card ending in 976. The card last night was card ending in 9415. So different cards. But if we sort it by date sold, it is 4x what it sold for in February. Wow, that is impressive. 9415 right there. So somebody took a huge huge jump, right? Somebody had the balls to jump in. I said that twice. Had the nuts to jump in February, buy this card for $550 at fixed price. So they bought it off the PWCC fixed price marketplace, or did they buy it on eBay? They bought it off eBay fixed price from Johnny Five Gutton, and then ended up selling it for 4 times as much last night on PWCC. Let's see if that gets paid. That's a pretty damn big jump, I'll be quite honest with you. So sorting back in date order, this card sold for more than like the last 5 or 6 of them combined. So I don't know. Let's see about that. And it is a min gem. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Is that thing getting paid or not? We'll keep an eye on it. Well, you will. I won't. And then I'm just sick and tired of talking about Scotty Barnes RPAs. He must have 15,000 because every time I do one of these PWCC weeklies, either people are buying them or winning the auction and not paying for them, or he's just got 1,500 different RPAs, and somebody had them all, and they love PWCC Weekly, and they keep listing them because another Scotty, True National Treasures, RPA, $2,000 for that one. The LeBron 2004 Topps Chrome Refractor. Let me show you why I'm buying LeBron. Let me show you why I'm a believer, and let me show you why I think the market for LeBron is going to get even better if you're a buyer, because they're in danger of getting swept by Jokic and the Nuggets. And so I've got the LeBron 2004 Topps Chrome pulled up. Sold last night for $2,100. That's right on the number. It's been selling for right at $2,000, $2,100 the last 5 sales. But look where it was, guys. I know 2021 is a crazy bubble, but this is 1/5, right? This is down 1/5. It's down 65% over the last 2 years. But if we come from up here, it's really down almost 80 or over 80%. 80% down. You're literally buying 5 for the price of 1 in 2021. 80% is a big drop for a Pop 60 card when there's only been 462 graded. This is LeBron's second year Topps Chrome Refractor PSA 10 Pop 60. That seems cheap, especially when somebody just paid this same exact price for a Scotty Barnes BGS 9 RPA and a random Steph Curry impeccable autograph in the middle of nowhere that means not much, even though it's a Pop 1. 2 more Steph cards, a patch here, 1 of 1, and then an autograph from Gold Standard. Sorry, that's Opulence. I get those two confused. They look a lot alike. This is 2019 Opulence. This is serial number to 10. This is 1 of 1 Masterpiece over here. Both do $21.90. The Ho-Hum Everyday LeBron Topps Chrome BGS 9.5 does $21.90. Wow, that card's dropped. And here's the third of the 3 starting lineup, BGS 9.5s. This one's got actually a 10 for the edges. Beautiful card. 1988. So Kenner starting lineup, 1988 9.5 does $21.90. The LeBron 2007 Finest X-Fractor PSA 9, that's serial number to 15. It does $22.50. The Doc with the beautiful ABA red, white, and blue ball over above his head. That's a pretty damn high release point, if I do say so myself. 2,250 PSA 8. The blue black label Embiid. I know Embiid's kind of the black sheep. We'll tie black label and black sheep together. Embiid's kind of the black sheep in the NBA right now. We don't know what's going to happen in Philly. They canned Doc Rivers. They're talking about they canned him so they could make sure Harden stays. He doesn't like to work hard, and so they want somebody in there that's not going to make him work hard. They're talking about Mike D'Antoni. The process is over. The process absolutely horrifically failed. I don't care by anybody's standards. The dude who wanted to implement the process, it was great in theory, but he drafted Ben Simmons, he drafted Jahlil Okafor, he drafted Nerlens Noel. He was drafting those 2 centers after he already had Embiid. None of the shit they did makes sense. They had some of the worst misses on draft picks that you've ever seen. Markelle Fultz I can throw into the mix. Think about what I just named. These are all top 1, 2, and 3 players. Okafor, Nerlens Noel, Markelle Fultz, and Ben Simmons. So when you swing and miss that many times, you need to find a new process. So they need to figure something out. That ship has sailed. Embiid got his MVP. He's not going to win. I think he's done. His career's done. I'm not buying Embiid right now. Larry Bird, Magic, and Doc squeezed in the middle. This is the 1980 Scoring Leaders Topps rookie card. 2,310 for this PSA 8. Good-looking card there. More Scotty Barnes. We've got a Dan Issel. This was a big hero of my father's, right? They're about the same age, but my dad would not stop talking about him. He played for the Nuggets in the NBA, but before that, he played in the ABA for the Kentucky Colonels, which was my hometown team in Louisville, Kentucky. And so I got to hear about Dan Issel all the time. This PSA 10 is a Pop 5, more vintage heat. And it's a 1976 tall boy, 2,640. The gun-toting Ja Morant, 1 out of 10 from Panini 1-in-1, a really popular ultra-modern product. This is the gold parallel, obviously. PSA 9 does 2,880. An orange Durant SGC 8, just a real weird combination there of grading company, grade, and color. Does 2,880. Again, another example of why I'm buying LeBron. I'll show you. This is a $2,880 sale for his 2005 Topps Chrome Black Refractor. These were serial number to 399. I've got it sorted by date sold, 1,000 less than the last one. It is 3,000, over 3,000 less than the one before that. Somebody snuck one in for 1,500. I don't know if that seems right. $7,200 this black refractor sold for in November of 2021 after the first quarter bubble. So again, another example of why I like non-rookie LeBron short, like low pop PSA 10 refractors, colors, parallels, all that stuff, right? That's the kind of neat, interesting stuff that I'm looking at myself. And then we got a 2019 Contenders rookie ticket stub auto, John Morant serial number to only 19, does 3,000. Let's look up Jokic's silver, right? We saw his light blue. It's just kind of steady, but it's like, why is it down? Why is Jokic cards down? He has proven that he is one of the greatest centers of all time. He's doing it. I got to believe, I've doubted the Heat now 3 straight series. I don't know what to make of it, but I think people are waiting for Jokic to win the title because, as we know, you've got that championship curse where the cards go down. But it's down 12% over the last 3 months. This one is down almost $1,000 from the last sale, which was just 3 days ago. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the PWCC platform. People are a little leery right now. They're waiting to hear some big news this week, allegedly. I don't know. I don't have any facts. I just have a hunch that maybe something will be announced this week or next. So keep your eyes and ears open. But that's 3,000 right there for Jokic. I'm sorry. I'm buying Jokic's silver prism PSA 10 over this John Morant autograph card, over this SGC 8 Kevin Durant card. I mean, Jokic is going to have 2 MVPs and a title. I mean, looking at resume, is Durant's resume going to be better than Jokic's by the time they retire? I have no idea. And Jokic is not exactly team hopping, and Durant is. So I don't know what to say. It's a Pop 141 silver, and we're about to see the Kawhi Leonard 2012 Prism silver. Look, there's 2 Jordans, by the way. The Kawhi Leonard outsells the Nikola Jokic. I mean, how crazy is that? I've got it pulled up. There's the Kawhi Leonard, and it's down. And it's still outselling the Jokic. And again, it's Pop 40, and yeah, it's first-year Prism, and it's silver, and I get all that. But is Jokic going to have a better career resume at the end of his than Kawhi? I know he's going to be more well-received by the hobby. The big man bias is out there. I get that. But, like, if you just ask people, who do you like more, and it was a poll. If I put a poll on Cajun Cardboard right now that said, which player do you just like more, right? Now, forget about cards. Which player do you like more, Jokic or Kawhi? It will literally be 95-5. And in fact, I'm going to put that poll up. So check back in on my Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel and answer that poll question because I'm curious. But here Kawhi is, and again, I know, I get it. It's much lower pop. I get all that. Is outselling the Jokic 2015. Another gold, Giannis. Another gold. This one is Giannis. 34.80 for that raw. Another impeccable 10-10 Doncic sells for 34.80. Again, that's a good looking card, man. I like those cards, and it's serial number to 99, and it's on card, most importantly. Back when on card autographs were a thing. Dual patch autograph, serial number to 15. NBA, which means you got to grade it yourself or keep it if you're a raw collector, does 34.80. That's Melo and LeBron, 2 best buds. A Jordan BGS 6.5, a lot off center top to bottom, but pretty damn good left to right for a 6.5, does 34.80. Triple autograph DNA, PSA DNA, PSA 4, 10 for the autograph. Wow, 10 for a triple PSA DNA autograph does 34.80. That's interesting. Silver courtside Doncic. What a horrible, sad tale this card is. This was actually back when select courtside was rare, okay? So now we know courtside there's like 70 colors and a million cards. It's a Pop 39 card, people. And that is with a 75% almost gem rate. So these things grade like gangbusters both ways, BGS and PSA, but only 92 have been submitted. So less than 100 of these cards have been submitted. This might be a card to look at if you're a Doncic collector and you're looking to jump back in. And here's why I've got the all-time sales history of this card. Of course, we know crazy shit happened back in 2019. Wouldn't it be nice to have a little Cajun time machine? This card got as high as $27,000. It's selling for about 1/8 as much now. $3,600 for 8 for the price of 1. That's a pretty deleterious declination. I think that's a pretty good looking option for a Doncic rookie card. There's a couple options: the Blue Prism PSA 10, the Blue Fast Break, Bubbles, Disco Blue, PSA 10. There's a couple of Doncic rookie cards out there that would be really fun to get if you can't afford a National Treasures RPA. Then this is a really cool RPA for Giannis. I still don't have it. I need it. I just think this card has fantastic eye appeal. Problem is, people don't really love Gold Standard. I don't think Gold Standard is going to have a lasting impact on the hobby. Obviously, they discontinued production of it. $37.20 for this Giannis BGS 9.5 Gold Standard mixed gem. A Tyler Hero, $3,840 for this Tyler Hero True RPA. Weird timing on this sale. The Heat are doing great. Hero might get a ring, but Hero's not really part of it. Of course, he broke his wrist or his hand or whatever. A Bowman 48, Stephen Curry. These were serial number to 2009 because it was in the year 2009. This PSA 10 does $38.40. An in-person Jordan Auto Raw NBA Certified does $38.40. I don't know what this is. It's a 101 Doncic rookie. Okay, wow. I've never seen this card. It's from 2018 Panini Contenders. It's a lottery ticket card. It's 101. It's got that goofy Doncic. I think I've seen him on Optic. Isn't that the goofy Optic picture as well? I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long. 2018 seems like a lifetime ago. Cards were very different. The hobby was very, very different in 2018. And then I really like this card. Another product that's sort of been discontinued, 2013 Panini Preferred, but that's a really good looking card right there. I love this, almost like a Playmakers Theater type texture pattern on the borders out there. Big patch window, good looking. It is a green napkin, but it's a big patch window. Great looking autograph. It's probably a 10. Yeah, it's a 10 for the autograph. I'm sorry, guys. That's a good-looking card right there. $4,080 for that Giannis rookie card, right next to Jimmy Butler's rookie card. So a Giannis patch autograph, 9.5. A Jimmy Butler patch autograph, 9.5. I think we're getting a little bit carried away with the Jimmy Butler versus Giannis. I don't think it's so much that this Jimmy Butler card is overpriced as it is that, A, he's on fire, and B, this is significantly underpriced. This card is better than a $4,000 card, in my opinion. But the Jimmy Butler is a National Treasures, which is a significantly superior product, and it is a significantly superior patch. And Jimmy Butler is significantly more in the media today than Giannis is because Jimmy bounced Giannis in the Bucks. $4,080. Let me know in the comments, long term, you got to hold this thing for 5 years. Which one of these two cards would you rather have, the Jimmy B or the Freak? Let me know in the comments which card you'd rather have. That would be a really interesting comparison. Let's look up the Butler because I've got it pulled up. Here it is. It's the second increase sale in a row. So $2,100 in September, $2,760, and then it jumps up here to $3,440. Still, if we look at the 2-year number here, the card got as high as $4,500. So it's kind of working its way back. It was steady, and then ape shit, and then now it's steadily working its way back here again. Remember, there's only 39 of these. There's only 199 made because that was the true RPA number then, and it is horizontal. That's the true RPA as well. I'm not talking about Scotty Barnes anymore. I do it every episode. I'm done. I'm just not going to do it. I like him. Nice player. He regressed a little bit with his shot. I think he's got good potential. I think he's the best player in Toronto. I think he's better than Siakam. I just think Siakam gets all the touches. 2018 Select Trey. This is when, Select in 2018, they had the green prism. It's kind of like a green checkerboard pattern, kind of that checkerboard in the background for the Select, but it's serial number to 5, $4,200 for that one. Cracked Ice Autograph Zion, $4,320. Jordan OC does $4,320. I don't think this card's OC. I think if you resubmitted this card, you could get a 7, which would probably outsell an 8 OC. I don't know. I guess you'd have to look at it. Again, is it centered? No, it's not centered, but I don't think it's so egregious that it's OC. I mean, we saw other Jordans down there that were graded that didn't have an OC designation. Panini Preferred again. Panini must have been like the precursor to Crown Royale. I'm sorry, I plead ignorance. I don't know the product very well, but you see up here in the top left it says Crown Royale, but on the label it says Panini Preferred. This is the same kind of Playmakers Theater bordering from 2011. This card is numbered to 49. It's card number 24, not coincidence. Does $4,440. Clutch Factor serial number to 99. Doncic rookie card from National Treasures does $4,560. Another Panini 1-in-1 gold. Steph Curry does $4,680. So I think we saw Ja, we saw Giannis, we saw Curry outsell Giannis and Ja. Raw card there, $4,680. LeBron, really cool looking Laker patch here for LeBron. This is the Emerald Parallel serial number to 5, does $4,680. In this, I just can't get it. Number one, this picture of Jaren Jackson shooting the basketball is BS. The dude shoots it from his nipples, okay? He barely releases it higher than Sean Marion, so this is staged. That's not a real shot. That's not from an in-game action photo. I do like that he's wearing Jordan Concord 11s. I'll give him that. And I do like that his autograph is Triple J. That's badass. But how in God's name can anybody pay this much having seen Jaren Jackson play? He just does not have star power. He just does not. He's going to be a really good defensive center in the NBA. He already is. But my God, he is just not that guy. And somebody's paying $4,680. I know, I'm sorry I just offended somebody, but it is my channel. So every once in a while, I do insert my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know in the comments. But I see a DeAndre Ayton type career. I see good but not great. I mean, we just saw a Joel Embiid blue select black label in his wildest effing dreams. In his wildest wet dream, Jaren Jackson would never ever approach the career of Joel Embiid, who also hasn't done anything. And then a black label select blue sells for like 1/4 of whatever this Jaren Jackson National Treasures RPA sells for. I'm just not doing it. And then I don't know what this has to do. I call it the bullet hole Golden State Warriors card because it looks like these are bullet holes from a drive-by. But it's a Kevin Durant card because there's a little tiny picture of Kevin Durant on the back. But I don't know. I don't like the eye appeal, but these things are one of ones, and so apparently they're highly sought after. So let me know in the comments. I don't know much about these things. I've seen them before. I think there's a Jerry West one out there or something like that. An Upper Deck Finite LeBron 9 does 4,800. A Zion horizontal serial number to 75 does 4,920. This looks like Johnny Dawkins. Am I wrong? If anybody is old like me, I don't know who Joe Ellis is, but Joe Ellis looks like Johnny Dawkins. Maybe it's Johnny Dawkins' illegitimate father. And by the way, nice jersey. Nice practice jersey there. I know someone educated me after the last week where I was like, what the hell's up with these jerseys? And it was like some deal with licensing or whatever. So apparently back then licensing did not matter to people, and they are willing to pay $4,920 for Joe Ellis's. Again, let me just start the tirade here. This is set collecting at its finest. So this is a set collector trying to dominate the PSA set registry. There's one Joe Ellis PSA 10 1970s tops in the world. You're looking at it, and someone was willing to pay almost $5,000 for it. That's not going to be the last time I say that because there's a checklist right after it. PSA 10, who in the hell collects checklists? Nobody. So we know it's a set collector. Set collecting is strong. Set collecting is thriving. In the vintage era, in the modern era, in the ultra-modern era, set collecting is thriving. Now it has metamorphosized to where we're collecting player sets, what people call PC, right? IPC LeBron. Well, I'm collecting all of his 2012 Prisms. That's set collecting, basically. You're just doing it with a player. You're trying to collect a group of cards that have something in common. That's set collecting in its essence, in my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong. An autofocus LeBron BGS 9.5 with no subs. Do the subs show up on the back? Yeah, they do. 1010, 9.5, 9. 10 for the autograph. Good looking card right there. Does 5,000. And then Billy Cunningham with an actual Sixers logo on his shirt. It says Sixers, so we know he played for the Sixers. That's Billy Cunningham. Great player. Pop 1 PSA 10. This won't be the last time you hear it. 5,160. Not Lenny Wilkins. Rich Johnson. His friends call him Wealthy Dick. I'm not sure why, but Rich Johnson sells for 102. This Wealthy Dick is a little bit off-centered, but it still gets a PSA 10. It is a Pop 1 vintage from 1970 tops, set registry, chasing. Booker, 13 out of 15, serial numbered, horizontal. This is a rookie. Booker sort of off the radar, but 5,400 is a really good sale price for that card. I think that's a good looking patch, a really cool looking patch with orange, black, and white. I like it. 2002 Refractor 9.5 does 6,600 for LeBron. That's serial number to 250. So tuck this price away because we got a PSA 10 coming up, and we'll compare the two. 6,600 for the BGS 9.5, a PSA 8.5, a half grade. People don't dig that. For Bird Magic with Doc Squeeze in the middle does 6,600. PMG Red Steph Marbury. BGS 8 is a pretty good grade for a PMG. That equates to probably a PSA 6, which is a kind of that median grade, 5, 6 PSA. 7 to 8.5 BGS is kind of the range for your PMGs. Steph Marbury is a semi-star, and so he does 6,900, and those are, of course, serial number to 90. I know they're serial number to 100, but there's only 90 of them because 10 of them are green. Cool as he can be. 1970 Topps Lou Alcindor PSA 9 does $6,900. Earl the Pearl Monroe, I am, hand raised, named after Earl the Pearl Monroe. That is my middle name. My father was a huge Earl Monroe fan. He played with great flair. Of course, we grew up in Kentucky, so basketball was everything. And Earl the Pearl and Walt Clyde Frazier were roaming the Madison Square Garden at the time, and they were big-time names in the late 60s and early 70s. And this is an Earl Monroe rookie, PSA 9. It does $7,200, and he was the epitome of style on the court. And, of course, depending on your your fashion sense, Walt Frazier could be the epitome of style off the court, but he has a prodigious vocabulary, Walt Frazier. That much I am sure of. And then straight out of like an American Eagle magazine or a Hollister commercial, Pat Riley is, dude, I know people swear he was like nasty and hardcore. That picture's not cutting it. I am sorry. That haircut is not cutting it. He looks like an Instagram model or something. But this Pat Riley PSA 9 is a pop 1 of 10. There are no PSA 10s. And so that gets you to the top of the registry. $7,500 for that Pat Riley rookie. Paul Silas gave birth to one of the worst NBA coaches that ever lived. His son, Steven Silas, who was recently canned by the Houston Rockets. He should not have been there for one single day. I'm not sure what's going on with that franchise. They have too much talent for it to be wasted. We'll see if Ime Udoka can keep it in his pants and get down there and corral those guys and keep those guys moving in the right direction. And this will be the first year where they actually try to win games. They were not trying to win games yesterday because KPJ would turn an ankle. He'd be out for 6 weeks. Then they'd take people out in and out of the line. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. They were trying to lose, and Steven Silas was a perfect coach for last season because he is going to make sure your team loses because he has no damn clue what he's doing. But Paul Silas gave birth to that dude. Paul Silas is a pretty good player. $7,800. This is a Pop 1 vintage PSA 10. I've said it. I'm keeping saying it. Steph Curry, Topps Chrome BGS 9.5. This is the base serial number to $999. By the way, there's the Jaren Jackson Jr. Not only did somebody overpay for the card, but they paid like $1,000 more than the last sale. There's your Steph Curry, though. This card's dipping, and it's dipping a lot. It's down 50%, 2-for-1 discount. Card sold for $16,000 this time last year. Sold for $8,100 last night. So that card is on a downward trend, to say the least. Another 1-in-1 gold. This one is Luka the Don, and this one is a second-year card. It is also 10 out of 10. BGS 9.5, minimum gem, 9 for the centering, does $8,400. A Noir Logo Man patch. I think this is a really good-looking card. I don't collect Noir, but I like the product. I know it's hard to grade, so 9.5 is got to be a Pop 1, and it is. This is a serial number to 3, so it's not a Logo Man masterpiece, but it is serial number 3 out of 3, LeBron. Dave Cowens, phenomenal Hall of Fame basketball player, center for the Celtics. 1976 Topps Tall Boy, PSA 10's a Pop 2, $8,400. The Hawk, Connie Hawkins, his All-Star card from 1970, PSA 10's a Pop 1, $8,700. Elvin Hayes was a beast. He was sort of the reason that free agency started in the NBA, I think, if I recall. You have to go out back and Google that. I think he fought for going straight out of high school or something. I can't remember all the details, but I know Elvin Hayes was a central figure in NBA free agency and maybe leaving early. No, Spencer Haywood is maybe who I think I'm thinking of Spencer Haywood. Elvin Hayes, yeah, I am. I'm thinking of Spencer Haywood, so my apologies. But Elvin Hayes is a monster and obviously a Hall of Famer as well. Hell of a rebounder. PSA 9 for an Elvin Hayes rookie gets you $8,700 last night on the PWCC Weekly. We're getting to the top guys. We got a few rows left. We've got another Connie Hawkins. This is his 1970 Tall Boy PSA 10, Pop 2, $9,300. Dave DeBuscher with the A sticker for eye appeal, which puts it in the top 30%. Pop 1. Why does it say PSA Pop 1 of 14, none higher? It should just say Pop 14, none higher. So I don't know what that's all about. But this Dave DeBuscher PSA 9 gets $9,300. The Giannis green, the color match, right? So you've got your silver for your chrome options, and then you've got your green for your chrome options. The green parallel, this is the 2013 green. I didn't look it up. I looked up the orange. The green was about on the number. So this one actually held steady based on the last sale. I did look it up. The orange, however, continues to drop, and it might be the same orange being sold that's not getting paid, but this orange is down to $11,100 from $13,800 last sale. This is the lowest sale in the last 8 sales, and it's down 53%, much like that Steph 2009 Topps Chrome base BGS 9.5, which is also down 50% over the last 6 months. This 9.5 is a Pop 28 card, and it's serial number to 60. What's interesting is the card's been graded 73 times, so you guys can figure out what's going on with that. Dual autograph, Kobe and Jordan. Serial number to 25 from SB Signature Edition does 11-1. A 9 for the autograph, probably dings it a little bit. Worst mustache in the business, Lenny Wilkens, famous Hall of Fame coach, great NBA player as well, real high on the, I think, all-time career assist list. This PSA 10, Lenny Wilkens, it is a short print apparently because it was card number 80. PSA Pop 1, 11,700 for that Lenny Wilkens right there when he was playing for the Seattle Supersonics. Willis Reed, of course, he's a New York Knicks legend. Everybody remembers a game where he limped on the court, made a bucket, and they won the game, and all they talk about is Willis Reed, and even though there was other players on the court that were pretty damn good. 1970 Topps Basketball PSA 10 Willis Reed does $12,000 for that Pop 2. And again, this is why you can't compare players from eras. Billy Cunningham was a fantastic player in his era. Billy Cunningham would be player development coach in today's NBA. Not a player, but this is a 1969 tall boy, Billy Cunningham, PSA 9 rookie card, and it does $12,000. Is this the exact same card? I think it is the exact same card. So here's the grading differential. This is an 8.59, it does 11.1. This is a 9.10, and it does 12,600. If I've got to pick between the two, I'm going to get this one for the extra $1,500. I'll be quite honest with you. That 10 for the autograph is a necessity. It's a prerequisite for the way that I collect. Again, I don't collect autographs, but if I was collecting them, I would have to have a 10 on there. I do collect a few autographs, soccer autographs. Steph Curry patch autograph 1 of 1 from 2018 Flawless. This is the Platinum 101 Masterpiece Parallel. Does $13,200. We saw the BGS 9.5 LeBron. I think it sold. Didn't it sell for $6,600? Hold on, am I crazy? Let's go find this. I want to make sure I'm right on this. $6,600 for the 9.5 2002 Finest Refractor. $13,200. That is, by my Cajun math, exactly double. So the PSA 10 is 2-to-1 ratio over the BGS 9.5. I have it pulled up. Not doing well. Down 50% over the last year. Down 50% over the last 2 years. How high did it get? $85,200. That is a really bad feeling. I really feel bad for whoever bought that card. $85,200. Oh my gosh. It's $13,200 today, and that is actually up from the last sale. Elvin Hayes again. This is his 1976 tall boy. PSA 10 Pop 2, $13,200. Did I tell you that the vintage was a little crazy in this? My goodness, it's another SB Signature Edition, but this one is the two you really want. It's Jordan and LeBron. Sorry, Kobe fans, but if I'm picking only two, I'm picking Jordan and LeBron, not Jordan and Kobe. That's just me. Calm down. Serial number to 25, PSA 9, dual auto, no grade for the autograph, $16,200. There's a reason that one outsells the Kobe by $4,000. And then we got a Jordan PSA 9 for $16,200, which is actually pretty steady Eddie, right on the number. There's the Jordan PSA 9 over the last 3 months, 39 sales. Remember, high pop card, so we got plenty of data points. And it does go up and down depending on the eye appeal of the card, but 1.25% rate of growth, I'll consider that even over the last 3 months. So about what we expected there. And then Ronnie Cycle's dad, Jerry Sloan, has a card right here. Of course, he was a great coach for the Utah Jazz, coached all those great Stockton and Malone and Antoine Carr and Jeff Hornacek and Jeff Malone and all those badass Utah Jazz teams that were really good historically but just not quite good enough. They were almost like the Buffalo Bills of the NBA during that era. They just could not get past the hump, get over the hurdle. $25,000 for this Jerry Sloan PSA 10 Pop 1 rookie card. Wow. Set collecting is alive and well. Lloyd Free, for those of you might know him as World Be Free. He changed his name. Ron Artest, Meta World Peace style. He was the first to do it. Lloyd Free changed his name to World Be Free. $35,400 for that PSA 10 Pop 1. PSA 10 Pop 1, Keith Erickson. Who? Keith Erickson. Who? I have no idea. Mike Jones. $40,800. Somebody paid $40,800. Let's just do this. Someone paid almost $100,000 for Keith Erickson and Rick Adelman. Yes, teen sensation, boy singer, boy band idol, Rick Adelman. $52,800 for the Rick Adelman, $40,800 for the Keith Erickson, $35,400 for the World Be Free, the Lloyd Free. That is over $125,000 for these three cards. Do not sit here and tell me that set collecting is not a thing. Do not sit here and tell me that there is not value in set collecting. Someone just got filthy rich selling cards that were once parts of sets. I've got these three cards pulled up as best I can. They're as obscure as it gets. Raise your hand if you had the top three cards being Rick Adelman, Keith Erickson, and Lloyd Free. I don't see any hands raised. Here is the highest selling Lloyd Free card ever sold, $35,400. Just nudging out the second highest sold PSA 9 Lloyd Free, which sold for $2,450. Yeah, it's about 15x. Next, the Keith Erickson, just barely edging out the second highest selling Keith Erickson card of all time, which was this exact same card that someone bought in this exact same auction 7 years ago. How about this for a return on your money in a shitty ass economy? You bought it for $1,591 7 years ago. You just sold it for $40,800. Set collecting can be lucrative. And then lastly, we've got the Rick Adelman. This is the second highest Rick Adelman card ever sold. Believe it or not, two other Rick Adelman cards were second and third. They were not even his 1969 Topps rookie Rick Adelman. This 1969, the highest selling 1969 Rick Adelman rookie card was a PSA 9 that sold earlier this year for $1,890. This same Rick Adelman card, here we go again. Somebody bought it in the same PWCC Weekly Auction in the year 2016, and it wasn't a PWCC Weekly Auction because those weren't going in 2016. I guess they mean they bought it off eBay maybe. It says weekly auction, but it wasn't. So maybe it was just, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I think that means they bought it off eBay. They didn't do weekly auctions in 2016. We know that because they didn't have their own platform, their own sales platform. Anyway, somebody bought it in 2016 for $1,775. They just sold it for $52,000. Somebody out there who's really good at math, not just Cajun math, but real math, do the numbers on that. That is an incredible rate of return on a set. So that is it, guys. That is your top 10. Are you ready for this? Are you sitting down for this? We've got two coaches, and then one guy nobody's ever heard of, and then Lloyd Be Free, which some people have heard of. Rick Adelman, Keith Erickson, Lloyd Free, Jerry Sloan, Michael Jordan and LeBron, back to Elvin Hayes, LeBron, and Steph Curry, and then Jordan and Kobe, and then Billy Cunningham just misses out our top 10 as number 11. What are we doing here? This is 2 weeks in a row where somebody's getting filthy rich selling vintage cards that they bought just a few years ago for pennies on the dollar. It is amazing the power of set collecting. Maybe it's only two people that are chasing these cards up to be the highest on the set collecting registry. But here's the deal. Even in this crappy economy, there's people out there with FU money. And if you pick the right cards, there's ways to make a great deal of money in the hobby. That's the investing perspective. The beautiful collecting side of it is I identify with these people because I've done what they're doing. I've paid out the butt for certain cards, or through the teeth, through the teeth, for certain cards I can't remember if it's through the butt and out the teeth, or out the teeth and through the butt, or out the butt and through the teeth. I think it's out the butt and through the teeth. I've done both for cards because I'm a set collector as well. And I know a lot of you guys that watch my channel are also set collectors, or you wouldn't be watching my channel. So that is amazing that the top three cards for a total of over $125,000 was Rick Adelman, Keith Erickson, and Lloyd Free. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is back-to-back weeks where vintage is stealing the show on the PWCC Weekly Auction. I haven't looked at next week's auction. I'm about to look at it after I wrap this up because I'm curious what's out there. I'm going to look at the Jordans, but I'm curious if there's a whole bunch more high-grade vintage out there because somebody is loading up their PWCC account with money on some great vintage investments. And it's not like it's Kareem and Wilt and Bill Russell and Doc and George Gervin and Bill Walton. It's not those guys. It's Rick Adelman, Keith Erickson, Lloyd Free, and Jerry Sloan, for God's sake. So anything is possible in the hobby, to quote the great Kevin Garnett after his NBA Finals win. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you for watching till the end. Hit the bell icon so you get notified when new episodes come out. I have some really cool videos coming out this week. You're going to want to hit the bell icon. I've got a really cool episode where I open I break a set, a sealed box set of the 1993 Stadium Club members only. I'm pulling out the cards. We're going to look at them together. We're going to talk through the values, and I'm going to send them off to PSA to get them graded. So stay tuned for that video. I think that comes out either tomorrow or Wednesday, but hit the bell icon so you make sure you get access to that video and you know right when it comes up, because it's really cool. All my videos during the week come out at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. All my videos on the weekend come out at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, because that's what YouTube's telling me is the best time to release them. I don't know if that's right or not. If that's wrong, tell me in the comments, because I'm not an algorithm guy. I'm not a social media guy. I'm just doing my best to talk about the stuff that I love, which is collecting and investing in cards. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great week in and out of the hobby. You're always going to get these PWCC weekly recaps on Monday mornings. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.